topics covered in this lecture. In this video lecture, you will learn all the ways to use structured references with Excel tables. In this video tutorial, we shall learn how to use formulas in tables. Look at this worksheet. You see a simple table with 3 columns: month, projected, and actual. Table is a special type of object. Whatever object you insert into a worksheet, by default, a name is set for that object. Click on the name box drop-down. You see table 1 is in the list. Click on it. The table is selected. So this table's name is table 1. Let's change the name to something meaningful. Click on the formulas tab, name manager. Table 1 is already selected. Just click on the edit button. Edit name dialog box appears. In the name field, I type sales underscore table. Click OK. The name for the table has been changed. Close the name manager dialog box. You already know how to summarize data in a table. Let's give you a revision how to summarize table data in this video again. Select any cell in the table. Table Tools Design Contextual tab appears in the tab list. I click on the tab. In the Table Style Options group, select the Total Row checkbox. You see a total row is added at the end of the table. Activate any cell in the total row. You will see a drop-down button appears at the right of the selected cell. By default, this cell and this cell in the total row are showing the sum of their columns. Look at the formula bar. The formula is using the subtotal function. You already know that 109 value in the subtotal function refers to the sum function. As the cell reference, the function is using the column header actual in the square bracket. This actual is referring the data part of the actual column in the table. I click now on the cell on left. Observe the formula. You see now the column header projected is used in the subtotal function as cell reference. This projected actually means all the cells in this projected column. I select the drop-down button under actual table column. A list of functions appears. I click max. Maximum value of actual column is showing. Look at the formula bar. The function reference number is now 104. 104 means max function. I click on min. Minimum value is showing and the function reference number is now 105. To get more functions, just click on the More Functions option at the bottom of the list. Insert Function dialog box appears. You can select any function using this dialog box. Cancel. This is how you can summarize a table. I select sum for this column. Now I shall show you how you can use formulas in a table. Say you might want to see the differences between the actual and the projected data. I click on this cell next to actual, type difference, press return. You see the table is extended and the difference column is now a part of the table. I select the first cell in the column, input equal sign. Now click on the first cell of the actual column. At the formula bar you see actual is in the square bracket and @ is added before actual. @ indicates that calculation is going to happen at the same row of the table. If you select another cell in the actual column, it will not show the column header actual in the formula. Instead of, it will show the cell reference. Select again the first cell. Input a minus sign. Now select the first cell of the projected column. Same thing, projected column header is in the square bracket and before it @ appears. Press enter. You see the formula is copied to all the cells in the difference column. Whatever formula you use in a table, the formula is automatically copied to all the cells in that column. You can stop automatic creation of formula using this autocorrect options control. Click on it. It shows 3 options. Using the first option, undo calculated column, you can undo the automatic calculation in a column. Click again. Now you can redo automatic calculation in a column. To stop automatically creating calculated columns permanently, you can select this control. To get more options, click on the Control Autocorrect options. Autocorrect dialog box appears with the Auto Format as you type tab activated. There are some options here you can work with. Click Cancel. The dialog box disappears. Click again on the control. For example, I click on this Stop Automatically Creating Calculated Columns option. If you select this option and create a formula in a cell in a table column, then the formula will not be copied to other cells in the same column. Say I create a new formula in this cell, input equal sign, I select this cell, minus sign, select this cell, press return. You see the result in the cell and the formula is not copied to other cells of the column. This time autocorrect options control appears but with a different type of icon. I click on it. Only one option is override all cells in this column with this formula. I select this command. You see the formula is copied to all the cells. So you have permanently stopped auto calculation. To restart the auto calculation again, you have to activate an option in the autocorrect dialog box. Click on the File tab, Options, Proofing, Autocorrect Options. Autocorrect dialog box appears. Select the last option in the Auto Format as you type tab. Click OK. OK. The next time when you will create a formula in a table, the formula will be copied to all the cells in the column. Let's now show how you can refer the table and the table cells in the formulas. Say I want to find out the sum of all the data in the table. In this cell, the cell is outside the table. I input an equal sign, type sum, select tab. The sum function is inserted. Type SA. You see the table name cells table appears. I double click on the table name and all the data, both text and numbers in the table are selected. Just press return. The sum of the table data is displaying in the cell. You don't have to worry about if you change the table name using the name manager. Excel will update the name in the formula automatically. Say I change the name. Open the Name Manager dialog box. Cells table is selected. Click on Edit button. I add _1 at the end of the name. Click OK. Close. Now click on the cell. You see the formula is now using the new name of the table. Let's now refer a single column in the table. Click on this cell. Input equal sign. Type sum. Opening bracket. Type SA. The table name is showing. Double click on the table name. The whole table is selected. Type opening square bracket. You see a list of reference appears. Column references are at the top of the list. Some other special kind of references are in the list. We shall discuss about them in this video. No worry. I double click on projected, closing square bracket. You see the data part of the projected column is selected. I press return. The sum of the projected column is displaying in the cell. Let's now find out the sum of actual column. Input equal sign. Type sum, opening bracket. This time I choose the cells in the actual column. Press return. You see the sum of the actual column is showing in the cell. Click on this cell, input equal sign, type sum, opening bracket, type SA. Table name appears and it is selected. Just press tab, type opening square bracket. If you select all and close the square bracket, you see the whole table is selected, including the table headings and total row. Delete all. This time I select data, close square bracket. Now only the data part of the table is selected. Delete data. Now I select headers, close square bracket. Only the header of the table is selected now. Delete headers. This time I select @ this row. Close the square bracket. You see the same row of the table is selected. To mention a specific column, I delete the closing square bracket and I type projected after the @ sign. Again close the square bracket. You see only a cell in the projected column and in the same row is selected. Press return. 5000 is showing in the cell. Let's see now how you can work with totals. Your table must have the total row activated to work with the totals. Our table's total row is activated. Select this cell, input equal sign, type sum, opening bracket, type SA. The table name appears. Double click to select the table. opening square bracket, select totals, close square bracket, press return. You see only the total row of the table is selected. Now I shall show how you can use these hashed references with the table columns. Say I want to find out the sum of all the cells in the projected column. I select this cell, input equal sign, type sum, opening bracket, type SA, table name appears, double click on the table name, type square bracket 2 times, select all, close square bracket, put comma, again opening square bracket, select projected, close square bracket 2 times. You see all the cells in the projected column is selected, including the header and the cell in the total row. In general way, you cannot do it except cell references. I press return. You see the sum of the whole column is showing in the cell. Look at the formula bar. Notice the formula closely. When you see a combination of hash related reference and a column reference, they will be separated by comma. It is a must rule. They must be separated by comma, and both the references will be in a square bracket as a whole. I delete the all part and type data. You see right now only the data portion is selected. I delete data and type totals. You see only the cell in the total row is selected. I delete totals, type headers. You see only the cell in the headers of projected column is selected. Now click on the last cell here. A formula is already put into this cell. Click on the formula bar. The formula selects all the cells between the month and the actual column. I delete all and type data. Only the data part is now selected. I delete data and type headers. Only the headers of the columns are selected. So not only a single column, you can also use a range of data in this type of table formulas. So this is how you can reference any cell in the table. I will provide you problems on this topic and you will be a world-class expert on making table related formulas. Without table, it is almost impossible to create a professional